What's up, guys? So there has been a couple days now to test the live arena, and I have gotten a decent impression about it. I mean, it was mostly what I was expecting before already, is that some of the fights are gonna be long and you're gonna struggle with needing to have multiple nukers on your account. But some of the fights have been also interesting, though one thing I would say is that we basically get 10 fights of this every day, and this is kind of the same issue with like with tag team arena. Like, it's 5 fights plus you get a reset, and it is way too much. I think maybe it should be 10 fights a week instead. Like, this content gives you very good rewards, but it is very time consuming, and for most people it will be super frustrating because you don't actually have the champions to compete in this format, and it's not gonna be fun, and it will be a massive grind and time waste, and I'm sure that will be one of the main complaints that people have with this. I would say though that one positive impression that I have gotten is that lockout isn't actually that dominating. Like, you can use lockout, but basically enemy always has the option to ban your lockout champion, because nobody is gonna pick 2 lockout champions. Because let's say that you pick 2 lockout champions and they don't ban either one of those, and they ban something vital else from your team, and then they pick a team that can kind of deal with lockout teams. It actually makes lockout kind of optional. Like, you can opt out to fight them, or you can just dodge them. But outside of lockout not being as dominating, it is still basically the same thing. Like, you're gonna need multiple good nukers. Like, for me, for instance, I have one good nuker, and my second best nuker is Gala. So every game my Rotos is gonna get banned, and then I have to fight them with Gala. And let's say, like, I'm using Gala against enemy team that is using like double Taras against me. It's not even gonna be like remotely like even. So some of the fights are gonna be extremely frustrating and champion dependent, and it isn't really like you would think in League of Legends and these types of games, that everybody has the same champions and it's a fair matchup and it's about the skill. It's definitely not about the skill, and though there is some strategy in like deciding what you pick and ban, like, unless you have all of the champions in the game, not really. But I mean, it is what it is. I guess many people were looking forward to this format, even though I've noticed that many people in my clan weren't really expecting like much out of this. I don't think I saw anybody like being positive or hopeful about this content in our Discord. Anyway, let's look at the first fight that I got today. So, I banned his lockout champion, and he banned my Rotos, like every single player that I meet will do. And, well, he doesn't have insane champions, so maybe I have a chance against this team. The one thing that I do, as you notice, is that I'm kind of picking Ukko every time, because I don't really have, like, I don't have a lockout, and I don't have a fast arbiter or speed threat, and Ukko is the biggest speed threat that I have on my account. Like, he is kind of fast. I think he's like 330 speed, not insanely fast. It's not gonna be faster than anybody who actually builds speed, but it's gonna be faster than champions that don't, and it can mess up enemy teams and CC them. It's basically gonna be like this every time. It's either side is gonna like one-sidedly dominate because of the champions you picked, and this guy didn't have the perfect team to deal with me, so this isn't like, this wasn't a close matchup. But some other fights I have no chance. Like, yesterday I fought a guy that I think his team was like double Taras, Maritska, Lockout and Rotos. I think that was the team. And then I banned Maritska. So I'm with this team, like the Gala team, against like double Taras, Maritska and Lockout. There is like no chance in those fights. I'm not really sure if I can even get to gold in this format because like I stand no chance against many people, not just the top arena players, but many who aren't because of the champions. Definitely there will be some innovation and like tricks that you can do in this, but the champions will play a very big role. But like I mentioned, okay, he's also picking Ukko. That is kind of interesting. The Ukko is definitely a very good pick. Like, it is one champion that most players should have that can actually like be very significant in like deciding like who you can fight, and like because the fast stun build just makes the fight so inconsistent. Okay, is he gonna use a speed team against me? This is kind of interesting that he's picking Lydia. I don't think I have ever seen anybody pick Lydia against me so far. But of course, because he can ban my Rotos, my Gala isn't gonna be super tanky. So this might actually be an issue for me. But I'm just gonna go with the same team. I don't really have any other options. I kind of tried to go with Nuke Valkyrie yesterday. And I had the whatever it's called, I think it's Arix, this champion. A fusion like HP scaling nuker that hits very like, it doesn't hit hard, but it does have AoE A1. And I was trying to use him against somebody and he was basically griefing me, and we had 30-minute fight because I killed his like team like, I don't know, 50 times, but I couldn't kill his Python, and then he just kept extending the fight until eventually he quit maybe like 25 minutes in. So we were both kind of being stubborn about it. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't really like dominating these like random accounts that have worse champions than me. It doesn't really like make me feel anything. So either I'm gonna get like totally owned by somebody that is like running like double Taras, Maritska, Rotos against me, or then I'm gonna dominate somebody that has like way worse gear and champions than me. So it isn't super exciting to me. And I feel like it will be so hard to do like even playfield in this format. Maybe if they would consider doing something like seasonal like rules, that maybe it's faction specific for this week, or you can only use epics, or if they did something like that, I think it would make it way more interesting and fair. But if it's just gonna be like this, then I'm not really sure. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna lose this. Maybe, no, actually maybe my Duchess can rotate the cooldowns. Maybe I can still get back. Yeah, actually I don't think he has enough damage to kill my Duchess. Even though this Duchess is in like a fast stone skin build and it isn't ultra tanky, but yeah, this team isn't gonna have enough damage. But yeah, often the fights get extended a lot, as you can see. Usually people pick multiple revivers and stuff like that, so I think 10 fights a day is definitely way too long. I could kind of enjoy this if the fights were like 10 fights a week and there were the seasonal rules. Maybe it could be interesting, but like I said multiple times before, I feel like this is gonna be a repeat of Tag Team Arena. That it has very good rewards, and that is kind of encouraging people to do it. But nobody actually likes the content, and everybody is like trying to min-max how to spend as little time as possible on the content and how to avoid to do actual fights. But I guess in this format we have to do actual fights, unlike in Tag Team Arena. So, and these couple fights that I had now were relatively short. Like, these were in the lower end of the fights that I had so far. Yesterday I had multiple 10+ minute fights, and I had one fight that was like 25 minutes. So yeah, definitely like having multiple nukers in this format is very relevant, though. I wish I had even something like Candy or Heprock. Like, I definitely need something else to this than Gala. Like, if I were able to use my Rotos, I would do relatively well and I could get pretty far. But because they can ban Rotos every time, I don't have a good second best choice for like fights like this. Oh fuck, I guess I lost this fight anyway. Well, it is what it is. I'm not really sure, like, I don't really have another tanky option. Maybe I should have picked Mortu, I guess. Like, just gamble it with the Mortu. Like, I did a few fights with Mortu before, but the issue with Mortu is that sometimes if you don't proc Beryl or if they pick teams that Mortu isn't good against, Mortu isn't really a fun pick. And I had already, like, I heard many stories about people having, like, 30-minute fights because of Mortus, so I was kind of trying to use Gala instead of Mortu. Fuck. No, it's not the same guy. I wish I had one of these champions at least. Like, not even Taras, but at least give me one of those that are not void champions that I could, like, kind of get if I was lucky. No, not even incredibly lucky, I just... By this time I should have at least one candy. There was a guaranteed candy event last year, but I just I didn't have the charge to do it, so it felt kind of bad, to be honest. That I was almost thinking about buying shards to do it, but nah. Maybe if it was Rotos I would do it, but not for candy. Yeah, like, if I pick Mortu against this, like, he could just, like, A1 me with candy, but I guess Mortu is at least gonna do, like, I mean, not Mortu, Kaimar is gonna do AoE, so I can kind of use Mortu against it. I guess I'll just go with Mortu. Like, Gala is not great in this because you really need to know the enemy team and pick it against the right teams for it to be usable. Yeah, so I'm definitely just gonna ban the Warlord. I guess I could do many things here, but let's just go with the simple solution to ban the Warlord. I wonder what he's gonna ban. Is he gonna ban Necrot or... Okay, yeah. So he didn't ban Rotos, which I kind of suspected, but I don't think... I think he should have banned Rotos, actually. Let's see. I mean, I guess he's definitely gonna be faster than me and nuke me first, but Rotos can take a hit, and so can Mortu, so maybe I will win this fight. But yeah, definitely I knew from the get-go that this wasn't gonna be a great format for an account like mine, so... Maybe I should try to make, like, some kind of speed arbiter team as well, to maybe catch some people off guard. Definitely CC is very good in this format, like, not just Warlord, but like Ukko or like even Kaimar, like, everybody's kind of like gambling with the sheep in this format, so you can't really get 100% win rate in this, so definitely all kinds of champions with CC and speed are like more meta here than in Classic Arena. I guess I'm gonna still lose this fight anyway. Well, it is what it is. No? Okay, I guess he was very slow. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really enjoying this format of like the reasons I already mentioned multiple times, that it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of like room for like tactics or skill or strategy. There is if you have all of the champions in the game and so does your enemy, but it's not gonna be like that, and some people are gonna have options and some people are not gonna have. So, and even like, let's say somebody might say that, okay, but then you're gonna fight other people with like same level accounts as yours, but those fights are gonna be super long. Like, imagine if both teams are using Gala as their nuker and then they have 3 supports and maybe they have like lockouts or something. The fights are not gonna be fast, and I've had several fights that were like super long already. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't had a few fights that were like only like between 2 to 5 minutes. I was kind of expecting most fights to be around 10 minutes, so. Yeah, Leorios is definitely kind of decent nuker in this format as well. Like, he's kind of out of favor in Classic Arena, but like I said, here the fights are not consistent. Like, in Classic Arena you're trying to have 100% win ratio, but you can't really do it here. But overall, like, he still has a good passive, even though he can get feared because of his CC. So he's very good choice to do here. What should I do? Maybe I'll actually ban his Leorios. Yeah. Let's just go with this. Gala can deal with Rotos pretty well, so... Wait, oh fuck. I wasn't paying attention. I guess I picked 2 Necrets instead of a Duchess. I don't know if I can win at this point. That was my bad. Well, maybe I gave him a little bit handicap. This other Necret doesn't even have gear. The other one is in bolster and other one is naked, so... It is what it is. Ah, fuck. I probably could have even won this fight if that didn't happen. I definitely had a chance. Wait, why are you hitting the wrong Necret? The other one doesn't have any reaction or any other gear. Wait, Gala can actually kill both of his revivers. Maybe I have a chance? If his Rotos doesn't have enough damage, I don't think he has enough damage to one-shot my Gala at this point. Lol, I actually won this fight. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be like too enthusiastic about this, because this is definitely like, you know, I definitely have better gear and champions than this guy, so I'm kind of like it's uneven matchup that I'm complaining that I'm having with the enemies, so oh fuck, I should have manualed that. But yeah, I mean, I'm complaining that I'm meeting teams with like double Taras, Protoss, Marichka and Lockout, and then I'm also bullying teams like this, but it is what it is. But yeah, I will think about other options that I can do. I tried some unorthodox champions already, like I tried Arix and I tried Valkyrie and some others. And definitely I feel like nice. Definitely CC and like champions that are not dealing well with polymorph, they will get used more in this format than they do in Classic Arena. So I think you will definitely see a decent amount of like speed teams and champions that have CC. Like, I saw a couple people using Gurgo, which seemed like interesting choice, and it is kind of the same thing that I'm doing with Ukko as well. Like, Gurgo actually used to be very meta, like, I don't know, couple years ago, because basically he does like kind of similar job as Kaimar and Ceres, but he also does a freeze and he does decent amount of damage, so for a while he was like top meta pick that you will see in like top defenses in Platinum Arena. I mean, you could use it both in offense and defense, but he was used in the best defense teams at one point. But yeah, anyway, I think Ukko is definitely a good choice here as well, for the same reasons as Gurgo is. And somebody suggested to me that I should do video about Ukko this week, and I think I will do video about him. But as you have seen me use in other videos, like I have him in stun set, it's definitely not the only way to build him, but it creates a lot of RNG and like inconsistency for the enemy team. So, and because he has AoE A1 and the A2 is a buff strip that is also AoE, he's the perfect champion to use a stun set like that. He's kind of replaced Hegemon. Like, he does what Hegemon used to do, but actually it fits more of the current meta and is actually better than Hegemon, who isn't really used a lot, but probably he will be more relevant in live arena than classic arena. Definitely you can use Hegemon in live arena. Like, I will, if I had Hegemon, obviously because I don't have all of the champions in the game, but if I had Hegemon, I would definitely build it as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. This was more like a first impressions. Like, there isn't that much more to say. I guess I need to try out more teams and come up with some off-meta strats.